Have you ever felt stuck? Like no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to move forward. What if I told you that a simple, silent act, done with intention and faith, could begin to shift everything? There's a powerful, symbolic practice that people across the world are quietly using to reset their energy, cleanse their path, and open their hearts to divine help. Placing your name in salt water. No, this isn't magic. It's not superstition. It's a deeply spiritual gesture, rooted in intention, sincerity, and trust in Allah. In this video, you'll learn how this simple step can bring emotional clarity, attract hidden barakah, and align your heart with the help of the one who controls all things. Stay with me till the end and discover how something as small as a bowl of salt water could be the turning point your soul has been waiting for. 1. Symbolic power of salt water. Salt has long been recognized for its purifying properties, not just physically, but spiritually as well. Across different cultures, and even within Islamic traditional healing, salt is believed to absorb and neutralize negative energy. In fact, many scholars and natural healers consider salt one of the simplest and most accessible elements that carry the ability to cleanse spaces and individuals of unseen harm. While there is no direct Quranic reference to salt as a spiritual purifier, the idea aligns with the broader Islamic principle of using natural elements with intention, purity, and dua to seek healing and protection. Water, on the other hand, is a sacred symbol of life, mercy, and divine cleansing in Islam. From the ritual of wudu, ablution, to the rain mentioned in the Quran as a mercy from Allah, water signifies spiritual renewal and connection to the divine. When salt and water are combined, they form a symbolic medium for purification, merging the cleansing qualities of both into one powerful substance. In traditional Islamic medicine, Tibb Nabawi, the use of natural substances for healing and protection is encouraged when paired with prayer and trust in Allah. Placing your name in salt water, then, is not a superstition, but a symbolic gesture of asking Allah to cleanse your path from unseen negativity, whether it's envy, hasad, spiritual blockages, or inner anxiety. When used with the right intention, salt water becomes more than just a mixture. It becomes a vessel of sincerity, hope, and spiritual clarity. It serves as a visual and emotional reminder that even the simplest of materials, when used mindfully and prayerfully, can become a means of barakah and divine ease. Simple ritual instructions. To perform this symbolic ritual, you don't need anything elaborate, just 3 basic items: a piece of paper, a pen, and a bowl of salt water. Begin by finding a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. This practice is most meaningful when your heart is calm and your focus is fully present. Take a small piece of paper and write your full name clearly. This step signifies your personal presence and intention in the act you are about to perform. Next, prepare a bowl of clean water and add a generous pinch of pure, natural salt, preferably sea salt or rock salt, as they are less processed and closer to their natural form. Gently stir the salt into the water until it fully dissolves. Once ready, fold the paper with your name on it and place it in the bowl. Let it rest there, undisturbed. As the paper soaks, close your eyes and make a heartfelt dua to Allah. This is the core of the ritual. Speak to Him sincerely, asking for purification from inner burdens, release from unseen harms, and the opening of new paths. Your words don't need to be perfect, just honest. Some choose to recite specific du'as or verses such as Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas to seek protection. Leave the bowl in a peaceful place overnight, or for several hours. After the ritual, you may choose to pour the water away respectfully, preferably outside in a clean place, symbolizing the removal of negativity and hardship from your life. Remember, the strength of this act doesn't lie in the materials used, but in the sincerity behind them. This simple process becomes a way of focusing your intentions, renewing your hope, and turning to Allah with complete trust. 3. Spiritual meaning. The true power of this act lies in its spiritual symbolism. When you place your name into salt water, it becomes more than just a physical step. It becomes a personal and spiritual declaration. It represents your willingness to surrender your burdens to Allah and to cleanse yourself of anything that may be standing in the way of your growth, peace, or connection with your Creator. This act serves as a metaphor for inner purification. Just as salt water absorbs impurities and neutralizes toxins, you are symbolically asking Allah to absorb your emotional, spiritual, and mental struggles, things that may be invisible but weigh heavily on the soul. The moment your name touches the water, it's as if you're placing your life, identity, and concerns into a space that invites Allah's healing and attention. This ritual also reflects a deep desire for transformation. You're not just seeking relief from problems, you're asking for spiritual clarity, for guidance, for renewed strength. It becomes a silent conversation with the divine, where the salt water is a witness to your trust and vulnerability. It's a way of saying, Ya Allah, I leave this matter in your hands. Cleanse me, guide me, and open the doors you know are best for me. Moreover, the act of letting something dissolve, like salt in water, reminds us that difficulties are temporary. Just as salt fades into water, you're reminding your soul that with dua and faith, even the hardest moments can dissolve with Allah's mercy. It's not about changing your fate magically, but about changing your mindset spiritually, so you can walk with tawakkul, hope, and emotional freedom. Connection to tawakkul. At the heart of this practice lies tawakkul, complete trust and reliance on Allah. When you perform this act with sincerity, you are not depending on the salt or the water to change your life. You are placing your trust in Allah's power to bring ease, to cleanse what cannot be seen, and to open doors that may seem permanently shut. Tawakkul is not passive. It is an active state of surrender that comes after doing your part and leaving the results to Allah. In Islam, tawakkul is one of the highest spiritual states. It means letting go of excessive worry and control, and instead acknowledging that Allah knows what you do not. By writing your name and placing it into salt water while making dua, you're performing a deeply symbolic gesture that says, I've done my part. Now I leave it to you, Ya Rab. What makes this act spiritually meaningful is that it's rooted in intention, not superstition. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us that actions are judged by intentions. You may be placing a name in water, but your heart is placing its hopes with Allah. The water may not remove your problems instantly, but it reflects a mindset shift, from anxiety to reliance, from confusion to clarity, from despair to divine trust. Tawakkul doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means you no longer carry the burden alone. This act helps you physically and spiritually express that trust. It becomes a reminder that Allah is Al-Wakil, the best trustee, and when you rely on Him fully, even what seems impossible begins to unfold in unexpected ways. True change begins not in the water, but in the heart that believes Allah is always enough. 5. Expected spiritual impact. Many people who engage in this symbolic practice report experiencing a shift. not necessarily in their external circumstances immediately, but in their internal state. The most profound impact begins with a sense of spiritual lightness. It's as if a heavy burden you didn't know you were carrying starts to lift. This emotional release can bring clarity, calm, and a renewed sense of direction. You may find that your thoughts become more focused, your heart more peaceful, and your connection with Allah deeper. Spiritually, this act can help unblock inner resistance, those subtle forms of doubt, fear, or hopelessness that hold us back from truly turning to Allah. When you take a step of faith, even through a simple symbolic action, you open a space within yourself for Allah's guidance to flow more clearly. Many find that after doing this, they begin to notice small, unexpected signs, ease in tasks that once felt difficult, people showing up with help, or a sudden realization that solves a problem they've struggled with. This isn't a guarantee that all your problems will vanish, but rather a way to align your heart with divine support. It strengthens your spiritual awareness and reminds you that help from Allah often comes in unseen ways. Just as you made the effort to perform this act, Allah, who sees every intention, responds in ways uniquely tailored to your needs. Increased barakah, stronger tawakkul, and an emotional sense of being uplifted are among the many spiritual fruits of this experience. And even if nothing visibly changes right away, the inner transformation often leads to external shifts over time. Sometimes, it's not your situation that needs to change, but your heart. And once that happens, everything around you begins to follow. If this message touched your heart, remember, it's not the salt or the water, but your sincere trust in Allah that brings change. May Allah purify your heart, open your path, and grant you what's best in this life and the next. If you found this beneficial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Intellect Deen for more powerful reminders. Comment this dua below. Ya Allah, cleanse my soul and open doors I cannot see. Your words might be the start of someone else's healing. Jazakallah khair.